Well, turning now to Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Tonight, we honor Amy Tan, a literary trailblazer in the Bay Area and a name known worldwide. Now, I met with Tan in her Sausalito home. Most people know Tan for her seminal book and movie, The Joy Luck Club, nearly 30 years ago. Tonight, though, Amy Tan, An Unintended Memoir, a documentary about her life and career, debuts nationwide. It was directed by Fairfax filmmaker James Redford, the son of actor Robert Redford. He died last October of cancer. In the film, Tan opens up about her trauma and her complicated relationship with her mother.
I will never get rid of ambiguity in my life because it is something I need as a writer. Those are what drives you to write. You know, ambiguity, contradictions, secrets, things that have been covered and lied about. Those are the stories.
I remember in the movie you say that when the Joy Luck Club got published, that you cried.
Yeah.
Did you cry when you saw this?
I cried for a different reason when I saw this documentary, and it was because it was moving to me that he had put together a path, a narrative about my life that made sense, that really showed why I became a writer. I cried when the Joy Luck Club was published because everything was out of control, and I was scared.
Yeah, one of the things that struck me about the movie, especially that part of your mom, was that in the beginning of the movie, the struggles between you two are so reminiscent of many of the struggles that people have with their parents when you buck up against them, right? But what changed was when you actually tried to get to know your mother as a woman, not in that maternal figure.
I started to ask her about her life. I would listen to everything.
So it brought me back to that moment when we were together and she was telling me these stories, and she was so happy I was listening, so happy that I was, you know, that I wanted her story to understand what happened in her parents.
She was not a tiger mom. She was a suicidal mother.
She hated that part that was really painful that she couldn't get out. And she hated what that part made her do, what it was impossible for her to release, you know. And it's the emotions of somebody who has suicidal tendencies. The fortunate thing is that she never actually did it, of course, when we were with her, but she had tried and been hospitalized. You only need to see one attempt as a child to be forever quaking whenever you hear those words that I might as well kill myself right now. The fortunate part of it is that I did not inherit her suicidal tendencies. Instead, it led to, I must have a very long conversation with myself by writing this, you know, letter to myself about what I find to be so unjust, or why I'm angry, or why I hate her, or why I hate myself. And I turned that way. You know, my mother turned this way.
Right. You channeled all of that.
I found you have to find a way to channel it. You have to direct it somewhere, because it's just sitting in there and it's going to explode or implode. So I did it this way, and that way was that was my resilience.
The movie kind of brings it full circle in the end when your mom makes that phone call to you, when she has that moment of clarity, you know.
Yeah.
And there is this moment of forgiveness. She, in many ways, was a stranger that you didn't know and was battling her own demons, but she was doing the best that she could with what she had.
When my mother said to me, when she rose up out of her dementia and was able to address this, I didn't realize until then how much I needed to hear that I was again the 9-year-old child who always wanted to hear that, to hear her say, "I'm sorry I hurt you." As she said, I know I hurt you, I can't remember, but I know, and I did terrible things, and you know, she's going on, and the pain in her voice. And, you know, for her to say that, it was just I never thought that was a gift she gave me.
You say at the beginning of the movie that you had a neediness to know. Are you still in a state of, you said, a state of uncertainty tethered to the past?
The neediness to know will always be there. I don't think of this neediness as bad whatsoever. If anything, if it's a tool, then I've sharpened it. I've made it more effective.
Amy Tan, it has been an honor to chat with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Amy Tan, Unintended Memoir is simply mesmerizing. You will want to watch it. Now, Amy Tan is currently teaching a masterclass on fiction and creative writing. Can you imagine doing that with her? Masterclass, a streaming platform, allows you to learn from the world's best across a wide range of subjects. Now, Tan's new documentary, Amy Tan, Unintended Memoir, debuts nationwide tonight on PBS at 9 o'clock. It is fascinating.